Hello everyone. Welcome to the next lecture on the PY question series. Today I will explain you how you can solve the classification of partial differential equation. I will cover the 40 plus question related to the GATE and the CSR NET examination. Myself Dr. Harishkar. You can find me on the YouTube with my channel name Dr. Harishkar, where you can find the playlist of CSR UGC NET. In this playlist you can see the various PY question series. All are explained with the help of the shortcut tricks. You can follow my this playlist, and I'm sure that once you can watch my complete videos, you can qualify your exam in a very simple manner. Kindly subscribe my YouTube channel to support my efforts. Now, the target of this video is how you can classify the partial differential equation. That means if equation number 1 is my general partial differential equation where a, b, c, d, e, f are my continuous functions of the x and y, then my target is to classify equation number 1 is either the parabolic, hyperbolic or elliptical. How you can verify that? It's a very simple. You all knows that this is the first method I will tell you. Fine. That is, once you can identify that b square minus 4ac is my 0, then it's a parabolic. If it is greater than 0, then it's elliptical. If it is greater than 0, then it's a hyperbolic. If it is less than 0, then we call as the elliptic. Make sure a, b, c you can find from the coefficients of this partial derivative. Second method. This is my second method. You can think this as a quadratic form. For example, if my equation is of this form, fine, you all know this is a quadratic form. Then once you know it's a quadratic form, then you can write this in the matrix form. I call it, this is my delta, that is the coefficient of the x square, coefficient of the y square, half the coefficient of xy, half the coefficient of xy. Fine. You can transform this quadratic form and definitely it will be my symmetry. Fine. Once you know this is a matrix, I can think about the same. This partial differential equation is converted into the matrix format. Once you convert into the matrix, then as I told you in my PY question series of this matrix, if you look about this my PY question series of matrix, as I already told you, once you know the matrix, you can solve this problem with the help of the eigenvalues. You can solve this problem with the help of the rank of the matrix. You can solve this problem with the help of the determinant of the matrix. That means I can classify the partial differential equation with the help of this method as well. And once you construct the matrix, it's a very simple. You can find the rank, eigenvalues that you have watched my linear algebra series. Then I can classify this series again based on the what is the parabola. Once you find the determinant, if it is 0, you can easily find the determinant. If it is 0, then it's a parabolic. If the determinant is my greater than 0, then it is elliptical, otherwise equal as the hyperbolic. Make sure you can see that if it is b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the same parabolic. If it is less than 0 in case of the elliptic, but in the case of the determinant, it must be greater than 0. That is a reverse sign. But this is the case in case of the determinant method. Fine. Now, second method. How you can think about this problem with the help of the eigenvalues. What does it mean if the determinant of the matrix is 0? That means, what is the determinant? We all know the determinant of the matrix will be my product of the eigenvalues. So what does it mean if the determinant is a 0? That means at least one of the eigenvalue will be 0. Then the determinant will be 0. In this case, now since it is my 2 cross 2 matrix, so the determinant will be greater than 0. What does it mean? If you have the 2 eigenvalues, that means either both the eigenvalues are my greater than 0 or both the eigenvalues are my less than 0. Then the determinant will be greater than 0. While for the last case, the product of the eigenvalue is my less than 0. What does it mean? That means at least one of the eigenvalue is my negative, and it must be non-zero because it is strictly greater than 0. So this is the third method you can classify the partial differential equation. This is the second method you can classify as the partial differential equation. I am sure that you are unable to listen these methods like the matrix and the eigenvalues, that you can think about the partial differential equation with the help of the eigenvalues as well. I hope you can like and comment on my this video. The second concept which are needed in the partial differential equation is the characteristics equation. You can write the partial differential equation. You can transform the partial differential equation into the characteristics form, where m1 and m2 are the roots of this quadratic curve. That's a root of am square plus bm plus c. Once you can find the roots, I can solve this equation. Once you can solve this equation, I will get the two solution. I denoted the two solution as xi and eta, and these equations are called as the characteristics curve. Again, based on this characteristics curve, I can discretize this into the elliptical, hyperbolic and parabolic. What is the meaning of the elliptical is, if you find the partial derivative with respect to xi twice and with respect to eta, and it must be 0, then it is my elliptical. And the other two cases, for the parabolic it must be with respect to the eta, and for the hyperbolic it must be both are there. Where phi is the any function. Remember, in this case eta and xi are my complex numbers, while in this case eta and xi both are my real numbers. Now you can see, now since there is no real number, then you can say there is no real characteristics curve. There is no real characteristics curve corresponding to the elliptical. However, in case of the hyperbolic, we will get the two real characteristics curve, and in this case we will get only one characteristics curve. Fine. Another thing, once you can define the characteristics curve, I can transform this partial differential equation into the another form with respect to the characteristics curve xi and eta. Based on this, I can classify again. For example, you can see I can write this equation is u plus u times eta. Eta is my function of something. Now if you compare this, clearly say there is no term involvement of the xi and eta, that means q will be 0. In this case, you can see I can write this term is u eta. Eta will be the function of something. Fine. So that means this is the quantity. In that case, I can say p is my 0, q is my 0. Similarly, for the other case, we can see this is the quantity and my target is to find the value of the q on. Now, the last concept is, once you can transform this, and it's a very simple concept, that means you can find q square minus 4pr divided by the original canonical form b square minus 4ac, which is nothing but the Jacobian square. What is the Jacobian is? Jacobian of the characteristics curve. Based on these simple tips, I can solve each PY questions in the 10 to 15 second time period in this playlist. I hope you can like, share and comment on this video. If you are new to my YouTube videos, you can scan and join my WhatsApp group for the various other discussions. Now before that, let me know in the comment box whether the sound system in this video is okay or not, because I got the various comments in the YouTube that sound system is sometimes in some videos is not good. So let me know in this video as well. So now your target is to find the hyperbolic. So firstly, what is the a? If you compare them, it's the coefficient of the x square, xy, that's the coefficient of the, this is a b, and c is my cos square x. Then for the hyperbolic, we will know it's a 4b square minus 4ac must be greater than 0. If I substitute this value, it's a 4 minus 4 sine square x is greater than 0. That means 4 times cos square x is my greater than 0. Now look at the option. It's for all r. That's a wrong, because if I choose x is 0, sorry, it is my cos square and it is sine square. This is my cos square, this is my sine square. So if I take x is equal to 0, this value will be my 0, which is not greater than 0. Now when it will be the 0? So when it will be, because you can see sine square can never be less than 0. Fine. So that means I can exclude all those components which are 0. That means x is n pi. So that means from this case I can say x belongs to the r minus n pi is the right answer. Otherwise you can discard this option. If I choose n is my 0, that means r minus pi over 2. But what is the value of the x at pi over 2? So that means 4 times 1 square, which is greater than 0, but he said minus. So the right option of this problem is second is the correct answer. Look at this another one. Again it's a parabolic, hyperbolic. What is my a? It's a x square into y minus 1. B is my minus of x, y square minus 1. C is my y times y square minus 1. And for the hyperbolic, we know 4 is my greater than 0. So b square is my x square, y square minus 1 whole square, minus 4a into c, y minus 1, y square minus 1. It must be greater than 0. I can take x square common. I can take y square minus 1 common. The inside portion is y square minus 1 minus 4y into y minus 1. Again, you can see I can take y plus 1 common from this case. Y square minus 1. I can take y plus 1 common. It is a y minus 1 common because it's a y minus 1. I can take y minus 1 common. It's a y plus 1 minus 4y. I can say it's a 1 minus 3y. Fine. Now when it will be greater than 0, look at that. X-axis is my only this line. So clearly say 0 will also pass. But once x will be 0, if you substitute them, it will never be greater than 0. So first option cancel. Fine. If you look about y-axis, the y-axis, this point is my 0, 0 again. So if you look about the 0, 0, again this number will be 0. Fine. Now look at this third case. Or I can easily say that whenever y is equal to 1, this complete term will be my 0. That means it is not a hyperbola. So now you can see what is a y is equal to 1. Y is equal to 1 is a line which is parallel to the x-axis. So this option is also cancelled. Only right option which is left behind is parallel to the y-axis. That means this line. And corresponding to this, either this is my say axis 3 or it can be axis minus 4. So clearly say when x is my positive or x is my negative, this quantity will always be the positive. So this number is always greater than 0. So the right answer is my C is the correct. The characteristics curve. Now they are talking about the characteristics curve. So your target is to find this equation. Fine. Where m1 and m2 are the roots of the equation of the quadratic. This is my quadratic. Fine. So now it will be x square into m square because a is my x square, b is my 0, c is my minus y square. So my characteristics equation is am square plus bm plus c. So minus y square is 0. So you will get the two values of the m. One value is positive, second is negative. So if I substitute this value, it will be dy over dx plus y over x is equal to 0. Now clearly say if you solve them, it will be xy is equal to constant. Fine. So what does it mean? Xy is equal to constant means that is my rectangular hyperbola. So this equation A is my correct answer of this problem. You can easily solve them. Fine. You can see dy over y, which is minus dx over x. Now you can integrate them. It is log of y plus log of x is my constant. Look at the another case. Which of the following case will be my parabola? I can find the b square minus 4ac must be greater than 0. What is the b? 2xy. So it's a 4x square y square minus 4ac. Fine. So 4xy I can take as a common. Xy minus 1. When it will be greater than 0? When xy is not equal to 1. Fine. But that's wrong. If you take xy is equal to 0, then this number will be 0. Xy is not equal to 0. That's again wrong. Because if you take xy is equal to half, then this quantity will be negative. But we need a greater than 0. Xy is greater than 1. If xy is greater than 1, this number is my positive. If xy is greater than 0, again, if I take an xy is my 0.1 or 0.5, this value will be negative, so the whole number will be negative. So the right answer is C is my correct answer. Consider the partial differential equation. So firstly, and which can transform them. Fine. And you can see these are my two characteristics curve. These are my two characteristics curve. That means this will be my hyperbola. Fine. Otherwise, you can also check about that. You can see b square minus 4 7 into this number. Fine. Now, once you know you can transform them, it is a hyperbola. What is the condition for that? That means p square minus, or instead of the p, because I transform this equation to this, what is the discriminant of this part? B square minus 4ac divided by the discriminant of this, that means 16 square minus 4 into 7 into 4, which is equal to Jacobian square. And you can see the same formula as I told you in my shortcut tricks. This is the transform, q square minus 4 into pr divided by the original is Jacobian square. And you can see this is the GATE 2022 examination. Now how you can find the Jacobian? This is my equation. Xi is minus 2x minus y, eta plus y. Eta will be minus 2x plus 7y. What is the Jacobian is? Minus 2, 1, and it is minus 2, 7. What is the determinant is? Minus 14 plus 2, that is minus 12 square. So now my target is to find the value of b square minus 4ac. So if you solve them, it will be my 144. It is 144. Now I need to divide by 12 cube. So that means b square minus 4ac over, it's a 12 square, I can divide by 12. So right answer of this problem is 12 is the right. And you can see how many seconds you are needed to solve the problem. Maximum 10 to 15 second time period you are needed to solve the problem. I hope you can like and comment on this video as well. Which of the following case will satisfy? Can you find the b square minus 4ac? So that's a 4x square y square minus 4xy. So I will take 4xy as a common. It is xy minus 1. Elliptical. When x is negative, y is negative, then this product will be positive. This will be positive, greater than 1. So that means this whole quantity is greater than 0. So that means this is the hyperbola. Fine. But he said elliptical. So this option cancel. When x is positive, y is positive, this quantity is positive, xy is greater than 1, again this is greater than 0. So it's a hyperbola, but it is elliptical. Parabolic, we need this as a 0. If x is less than 0, y is less than 0, xy is strictly greater than 0, this can never be 0. It is neither parabolic. When x is less than 0, y is less than 0, these both are positive. Xy is greater than 0, this is my hyperbola, is my right answer of this problem. Which of the following statement is my true? Again, we can start with the b square minus 4ac. This is my b square minus 4ac. I can take 4 as a common. Then I can open this y4 plus twice x square y square minus x4 minus y4 minus minus plus 2x square y square. So the quantity will be 4 into 4 16 x square y square. Now clearly say changes the type. It will never change because it is always greater than 0 or is equal to 0. Changes type means sometimes it's a less than 0, sometimes it's a greater than 0. That is not possible. Elliptical, when it will happen? When b square minus 4ac will be your less than 0. Then only it will be the elliptical. Fine. But you can see this number can never be less than 0. Is it parabolic? But you can see x is strictly greater than 0, y is strictly greater than 0. That means this number is my always greater than 0. So it can never be 0. So parabolic cancel. Hyperbolic is the only right answer. Now it's a CSR net examination. Okay, so again, this is my b. I can start with a b square, x minus y square into sine square of x square plus y square minus 4ac. If you multiply them 4 will be cancelled out. A into c cos square x square plus y square. So what this is my b square minus 4ac. So I can take x minus y whole square common. Inside is sine square theta minus cos square theta. So this will be my minus cos 2 theta. So I can say minus cos twice of x square plus y square. So that means I can say this is minus cos twice of x square plus y square. Then it is elliptical. When it will be elliptical, when it will be less than 0. So you can see this quantity will always be the positive. Cos. Now you think about whether it's a positive or not. What is the lower limit? It is not given. So x square plus y square is less than pi over 6. What is the twice of this? Pi over 3. Fine. But what is the lower angle? It is not given. It can be negative as well. Fine. So that means if you take any of the lower angle, can you say the cos is my, can you say this number is always positive? Can you say this cos pi by 3, that's a twice of this, is always my positive? It is not possible, because you can take any of the numbers, like any of the number which is less than of the 2 pi by 3. So this option is cancelled. Look at this another one, second option. If you multiply by 2, then it is my 2, then it is my 3 pi by 2. That means pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. And if you find the cosine, that means this angle. In this case, cos will be my negative. That's the second quadrant. So this number will be my negative. This number is my negative. That means it's a positive. Positive means hyperbola satisfied. In this case, again, this is the same angle, but in this case is a positive. So hyperbolic is there. Elliptical cancel. Hyperbolic, when it will be pi by 2, pi by 4. So that means when you take twice, it will be my pi by 2. But what is the lower angle? It is not given. So it can be anything. It can be minus pi to plus. It can be this case. It can be this. But in this case, again you can see the cos is negative. So in that case, it is also negative. But in the positive quadrant, it is my positive. So it is not always hyperbolic. So the right answer is B is my correct option. The second order partial differential equation, again you can see A is the coefficient of the uxx, B is my coefficient of the uxy, C is my 1. Remember, there is no role of this case. Then what is the b square minus 4ac, which is 4y. Fine. So now elliptical. Elliptical means this is less than 0. This is less than 0 only when y is less than 0. But he said for all y is equal to r. But if you take y is equal to 0, it is not elliptic. Parabolic for all y, that's wrong. If you take y is equal to 1, it is my positive, then it is not parabolic. If you take elliptical y is less than 0, yes. If you take y is less than 0, this is always negative for all the values of the x, because this number is independent of the x. Yes, this option is the correct. Hyperbolic when y is less than 0. When y is less than 0, this is my elliptic. So the right answer is C is my correct option. You can also solve all these problems with the help of the second method, that's a determinant. If you write as a determinant, what is the coefficient of the uxx, coefficient of y, this is my 0. Again you can see what is the determinant is minus y. So what is the case for this is, if it is determinant is 0, it's a parabolic. If determinant is greater than 0, elliptics. When determinant is less than 0, we can call as the parabolic. So again you can see about these cases. Okay, the partial differential equation is parabolic. So what is the b? 0, a, y, c, x. Then what is the b square minus 4ac minus 4xy? We need a hyperbolic. That means x into y should be less than 0. Fine. Now look at that, it's a quadrant. In the first quadrant, x is my positive, y is my positive, but we need a less than 0. In this case, x is my negative, y is my positive. That means second quadrant is my hyperbolic. Third case, x is negative, y is negative. So this is not the hyperbolic. In this case, x is positive, y is negative. So that means second and fourth are my right answer of this problem. First one is not the hyperbolic. Third one is not the hyperbolic. First and third are not hyperbolic. First is my right answer. Kindly like, comment and share on this my video to support my efforts. Now, they are talking about the characteristics curves. How you can check about the characteristics curve? I will check about what is the nature of this. What is the b square minus 4ac? b will be 0. 4 is my this. X is my minus y. A, c. So that will be 4, 1. Then we know once is a parabolic. Then we have only one characteristics curve. If it is elliptical, then no characteristics curve. If it is hyperbolic, then we have two characteristics curve. Now look at that. When y is less than 0, this will be my elliptic. So elliptic means no characteristics curve, but he said 2. When y is equal to greater than 0, we call as the hyperbolic because this number is positive. Hyperbolic means to have the two characteristics curve. Y is equal to 0 means it's a parabolic. Only one characteristics curve correct. Branches are the quadratic curve. When y is non-zero, that's wrong. When y is non-zero, you can choose y is my less than 0, then no characteristics curve. The right answer is only my C is the correct answer. Let a, b, c are my continuous function defined on this such that v1, v2, v3 are my elliptical. v1 is my elliptical, that means b square minus 4ac is my less than 0. v2 is my parabolic. b square minus 4ac is my 0. v3 is my hyperbolic, that is 4ac is my greater than 0. Then v1, v2, v3 are my open sets, closed sets and so on. Very, very simple. Look at that. It's a strictly less than 0. That's open. It's a equality. Not open. Strictly greater than 0. Again the open set because it is my 0 to infinity. It's a open. So that means v1, v3 are my open set of this problem. You can see it's a very, very simple approach I have told you in this video. That's why I'm asking you share this video with your friends so that they can also learn it in a very, very simple manner. So again, a is my x minus 1 whole square. B is my coefficient of the xy 0. C is my minus of y minus 2 square. Then b square minus 4ac. That is my 4 times x minus 1 square, y minus 2 square. It is given that it is a parabolic in the S but not in the R. When it will be the parabolic? When it will be the parabolic? Either x will be 1 or y will be 2. Fine. And not parabolic? Fine. When x is not equal to 1 and y is not equal to 2, then s will be, what is will be the s? So look at that, this option is cancelled because if this is my s, I can choose y is equal to 2, then in both the cases it will be parabolic. Similarly in this case also cancel because in this case if I choose x is 1, in both the cases it will be parabolic. Now if I choose or and, look at that, if I choose or, then I can choose x is equal to 1 only because it's a or. Then in that case y is equal to 2 will be satisfied. That means this case is also not satisfied. If I choose s is only s is equal to 1, then R2 will involvement of the y2. So therefore only right answer is B is my correct answer. Second way, because we know this is the parabolic by this manner. Now what is the R minus of the S? What is the opposite of this? Neither this nor this. That means x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2. So that is my S of this problem. This R is basically my R2 because it's a two-dimension problem. Which of the following is my hyperbolic in the xy plane? So A is my x square. In your examination, you don't need to write like y, a, b, c. You can write this solution directly because I try to explain you. That's why I'm writing each and every word on your screen. So what is the b square is? X square, y square minus 1 whole square minus 4ac, 4x square y minus 1 whole square. I can take x square common, y minus 1 square common. In this case, I will get y plus 1 square. In this case, I will get minus 4y. If I open this bracket again, it is y minus 1 square. If you open this bracket, it will be y minus 1 whole square. That means x square y minus 1 whole power 4. Then I need a hyperbolic. It must be strictly greater than 0. So definitely y can never be 1 and x can never be 1. X can never be 0. Or you can take the option, if y is equal to 1, it will be 0, so that is not the option. If x is equal to 0, again it will be the 0, then it is not a hyperbolic. X is equal to 0 is not possible. Both are my non-zero is my right answer of this problem. Again, you can start with the b square minus 4ac. So what is the b square is? X minus y whole square minus 4xy. If you open this bracket, it is x plus y whole square. You can see if I open this bracket, it's a x square plus y square minus 2xy plus 4xy. I can combine this, it will be this quantity. Hyperbolic when x plus y will be 0. If x plus y is 0, it will is a 0. That means parabolic. But it's a hyper cancel. When x minus y is equal to 0, that means x is equal to y. When x is equal to y, this value becomes my 4x square, which is always greater than 0. And that means it is it a elliptical? No. Because for elliptical, we need a less than 0. Elliptical when x plus y 0. When x plus y 0, it is my 0, which is the parabolic. X plus y is equal to 0. That means x is equal to my minus y. If you substitute x is equal to minus y, answer is always 0. 0 means parabolic. So the right answer is 4th is my correct option. I hope you learn many tricks for solving this problem. The number of the characteristics curve passing through this. The number of the characteristics curve. Again, if you prove that this is a parabolic, then there is a one characteristics curve. Fine. If you prove that it is my elliptical, then there is no characteristics curve. If you prove that it's a hyperbolic, then it is two characteristics curve. Now since we need to find the characteristics curve at this point, what is my A? X square plus 2y. What is my B? Y cube minus y plus x. C is x square. No, sorry. This is my B. Make sure this is u y y. This is my C and this is my B. Fine. Now I can found these values at the point 1 and 1. This is 3. This is 1. This is 0. Now can you find the b square minus 4ac? It will be b square is 0 minus 12, which is less than 0. Less than 0 means elliptical. Once this is elliptical, that means 0 characteristics curve is the right answer of this problem. You can also think about like a determinant. It's a A, it's a C, and it's a half of the B and half of the B. You can see both the eigenvalues are my positive. Eigenvalues are my positive. That means elliptical. Once it's elliptical, that's a 0 characteristics curve. Or if you find the determinant, it is 3, which is greater than 0. Again, you can say it's a elliptical. So that means there is no characteristics curve. Look at this one. A, B, C, D are my 4 different operators defined on this. Is always hyperbolic and so on. Firstly, you can open this. If I open this, this is my A square, or I can write it directly. What is my capital A? coefficient of uxx, b coefficient of x into y, that is AD plus BC, and C will be my BD. Then what is the B square minus 4AC? B square minus 4A into C. So clearly say, if you open this bracket, it is A square D square plus B square C square plus 2ABCD minus 4ABCD, and I can see it is AD minus BC whole square. Then is it always hyperbolic? Can it be always be greater than 0? Not possible, because they are any differential function. If I choose A is my 1, all are my 1. If I choose A, B, C, D are my 1, then this value will be my 0. Once it's a 0, it is my always. Is it a always? Is always hyperbolic? No. Because if you choose all the values as a 1, then it will be my parabolic. Is it always parabolic? Can you choose about some values of the ABCD so that it will be greater than 0? If I choose A is 1, D is 1, C and B both are my 0, then you can clearly say that this value will be my 1, which is greater than 0. That means always parabolic is not possible. Never parabolic, that's wrong, because if you choose all the values are my 1, then it is a 0, which is parabolic. So never parabolic, cancel. And it's a never elliptical, that's the correct option. Why? Because you know this quantity is my square, which can never be less than 0. So that means it is never elliptical. So the right answer is D is my correct answer. Now your target is to find the characteristics curve. So firstly, we have to find the root of the equation. Fine. What is the A? A is the coefficient of 36 m square. B is, there is no B. Basically it's a Z. B is my 0. And C is the coefficient of 14y. So that means m is my y raised to power 7 over 6 plus minus. Fine. Then your characteristics curve will be plus y raised to power 7 over 6 is 0. And similarly for the negative case. Then how you can solve them? It's a dy over y raised to power 7, which is minus dx over 6. Can you solve this? It's a minus 1 over 6. Y raised to power 6 is minus x over 6 plus c. That's a constant. So 1 over 6 I can take it as a c over 6. So that means minus plus x is my constant. This is a one characteristics curve. Second characteristics curve will be, you have taken as a negative. So that is x minus 1 over, this is a one characteristics curve. It's a 36, second option cancel. There is no term involvement of the 1 over y, 6 cancel. And the second option is my this one. Fine. So the first characteristics curve is my negative. Second is my positive. So the right answer is A is my right answer. Now again you can see I can start with a b square minus 4ac. What is a b square is 4. This is my b. This is a. This is my c. So b square minus 4. That is a plus b, a minus b. That is a square minus b square. 4 times xy. So in the quadrant. Second quadrant. Second means x is my less than 0. Y is my positive. Hyperbolic. Once x is less than 0, y is less than 0, it is a less than 0. So that is a elliptical. It is not a hyperbolic. Elliptical in the first quadrant. When x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0. That means this is a positive. Then it is a hyperbolic, but he said elliptical. Hyperbolic in the second, that's already cancelled out. So only left behind is first option. And we can see hyperbolic in the first quadrant when both are my positive. This value is my positive. That means hyperbolic. Third quadrant when x is negative, y is negative. Again this product will be positive. Yes, it is my positive. So D is my right answer in this problem. Which of the following are not characteristics curve? Again, you have to write the equation. Fine. What is the A? What is the R? I can write this equation is U x x is my R. What is the T? It's a U. Y is my 0. Fine. So now A is my y square, B is my 0, C is my x square. So what is my equation of the M is plus minus x over y. So what is my auxiliary, what is the characteristics equation? Plus x over y 0, and second is a negative. So I can solve this. Dy over dx is minus x. So what is the equation of this form? Y square plus x square is my constant. Fine. So you can see x square plus y square is constant, fine. But the second equation will be y square minus x square is constant. Fine. But it is x minus y, cancel. Xy, but we need a x square y square. X minus y cancel. Both are my correct. So A is my right answer of this problem. The partial differential equation, again, A is my x, B is my 0, C is my y. Fine. Either you can write as a determinant A, half of the B, half of B this. So what is the determinant is xy. So it will be hyperbolic. When it will be the hyperbolic? When determinant is my less than 0, elliptical when determinant is greater than 0, and parabolic when it is 0. So look at that, hyperbolic. When x is positive, y negative, this value will be less than 0, hyperbolic, correct. When x is positive, y is negative, this value will be negative, it is a elliptical, wrong. Hyperbolic when both are positive, then it is my elliptical, and when one is positive, second is negative, it will be my cancel. Fine. Second method, you can take about the b square minus 4ac. Fine. So what is the b square minus 4ac? Minus 4xy. Again you can see when one is the positive, second is negative, this value will be my positive, then it is my hyperbolic. Again the first option is the correct. When x is greater than 0, y is less than 0, it's a positive. Because of this negative, it is not elliptical. When both are positive, it is less than 0, then it is my elliptic, but he said hyperbolic. When x is less than 0, y is positive, then it is my greater than 0, which is hyperbolic. Again this option is cancelled. A is my right answer of this problem. It's on your choice whether you want to use the determinant method or b square minus 4ac. Let capital D is the circle, unit circle, which involvement of this inside point. Is the boundary point included? Yes, is the boundary point also included because equality appears. D is complement with the complement of this. So this is the portion of this D complement. Then the partial differential equation. So let's start with the b square minus 4ac. This is my b square minus 4a into c. C is my, so it will be 4 is common, that is x square plus y square minus 1. Fine. Now parabolic on the d complement. What is my d complement? D complement is collection of all those x and y. What is the opposite of this? Strictly greater than 1. Once is a strictly greater than 1, this number will be my greater than 0. But it can never be 0. It's not a parabolic. Hyperbolic when in the D. D means x square plus y square is less than or equal to 1. So once it's a equality, this number will be 0. Once it's a 0, it will be the parabola. If it is a strictly less than, say 0.5, then this number will be less than 0. It is elliptical. It can never be hyperbola. Hyperbola when it's a D complement. When x square plus y square is greater than 1, this number is always greater than 0. Yes, it's a hyperbola. Parabola in the D for all. It is not true because if I choose x square plus y square is strictly less than 1 in the D, in this point, if I consider this point, then it is elliptical, but except for all, that is the wrong answer. If instead of the all, if it is say for some, then it is the right answer, but instead for all, so the right answer is C is my correct option. Look at this another one. Now they are not talking about the solution. Yet you have to firstly find whether it's a parabolic, elliptical or hyperbolic. What is the b square? 4. A is my 1, C is my 1, 0. That means parabolic. Once is a parabolic, how many characteristics curve? You have only one real characteristics curve. So you can see the first case is two characteristics curve. Once is the first characteristics curve, your equation will be eta of this will be 0. Now you can see now you can see, so this option is also cancelled. There is only one characteristics curve, fine. So it's a parabolic, but this is the two function, f1 and f2, but we need only the one characteristics curve. C is my right answer of this problem. You can also see, you can write the equation like a plus bm plus c, fine. You can find the value of the m also. This is a is my 1, b is my 2, fine. But there is, I think there is no need because they are not asking you about the solution. The second order partial differential equation, that's again a very simple. I can start with the b square minus 4ac. B is my 0, clear? A is my 1, c is my x. So it is my minus 4x. Elliptical when x is greater than 0. When x is greater than 0, this number is less than 0, that is a elliptical, yes. When x is greater than 0, this number is still negative, it is not hyperbolic. When x is less than 0, it is my positive, it is not elliptical. When x is less than 0, then it is my positive. If it is positive, then it is hyperbolic. This correct option A and D are my correct answer of this problem. The solution of the partial differential equation is ellipse. Now first of all, you can see it is not the second order. Is it a second order? No. Once it is not a second order, then, but anyhow, this is not the part of this today's topic, but I will tell you how you can solve that. I can write this is x into p, y into q, plus this is my p square, plus q square minus u. I can write the solution u is equal to this form. Fine. Now you can see it is a function of the x and y. So you can see its a solution is ax plus by plus a square plus b square. We all know how you can find the solution. I can replace p by a and q by b. Then for the solution, I can take the partial derivative of u with respect to a0 and with respect to b0. So that means x plus of 2a is 0, and from this case y plus 2b is equal to 0. I can find the value of a minus x over 2, b is minus y over 2. I can substitute the value of a and b in this equation. So u will be minus x square by 2 minus y square by 2 plus x square by 4 plus y square over 4. So let me clear this. So I can simplify this. It will be 4 is the LCM minus x square plus y square. That means x square plus y square is minus 4 times u. Now look at the first in the xy plane. On the xy plane, u will be 0. Once u will be 0, the equation will be x square plus y square is 0. That is the ellipse? No. For the ellipse, it must be the non-zero. On the xy plane, it is a ellipsoid? No. For the ellipsoid, this quantity must be positive. But it is not a positive always for the different value of the u. That is not an ellipsoid. On the ux plane means y is equal to 0. Once y is equal to 0, your equation will be x square is minus 4u. Is it a parabola? Yes, it's a parabola. It is just like say y square is minus 4ax. It's a parabola. Yes. On the uy plane means x is equal to 0. If x is equal to 0, it is y square minus 4u. It's a parabola, not a hyperbola. So the right option is C is my correct answer. Okay, look at this another one. Which of the following equation? Firstly, elliptical or not? I can find the b square minus 4ac. What is the b square? 4 minus of 2 square, that's a 4 a into c. So clearly say it is my positive. So it's a 32 into 3 is a 96. That is my 100, which is greater than 0. So it is not elliptical. It is hyperbolic. Yes. Once is a hyperbolic, you have the two real characteristics curve. How you can find that? That's the am square plus bm plus c. So what is the a? 8m square minus 2m minus 3. So can you factor them? 8m square minus 6m plus 4m minus 3. So the factor will be 4m minus 3 and 2m plus 1. So your roots are m is 3 by 4 and m is minus 1 over 2. So you can write the equation directly as y plus mx. Fine, because these are my constant. So that means y minus x by 2, y plus, this is the right answer, this is the wrong. So your correct answer will be B and C are my right answer of this problem. Now consider the partial differential equation, again elliptical parabolic. Again we can start with the b square minus 4ac minus 4 1 minus signum of y. So that will be 4 times signum of y. What is the meaning of the signum of y? When y is my positive, this number is my positive, so that will be my 4 or 4 into positive. If y will be 0, this number will be 0, and when y is a negative, y is less than 0, this number is minus 1. Fine. So now look at that. For the first case, parabolic, when y is my greater than 0, so this number is my positive, that means hyperbolic, but he said parabolic. When y is greater than 0, hyperbolic satisfied. When y is less than 0, it is negative. When it's a negative, that means it's a elliptical satisfied. Look about the second case. What is the b square minus 4ac in this case? B is my 0, so minus 4xy. What is the minus 4xy? Elliptical in the first quadrant. X is positive, y is positive. It's a negative, satisfied. Third quadrant. X is less than 0, y is less than 0. So product is again less than 0. It's a elliptical satisfied. Hyperbolic in the second. X is less than 0, y is greater than 0. So this number will be greater than 0, satisfied. X is greater than 0, y is greater than 0, satisfied. Hyperbolic in the first quadrant, but in the first quadrant is elliptical. So the right answers are my B and C are the correct answers. The second order partial differential equation, again I can solve this 4ac. This is my 4ac. It is hyperbolic when it is greater than 0. So that means b square must be greater than of the 4ac. But he said cancel. Parabolic, b square is less than. So when is the parabolic? When the discriminant must be 0. But it's an inequality. Elliptical, that means b square minus 4ac is less than 0. That means b square is less than 4a square. That means b is less than of 2a. However, hyperbolic is cancelled. C is my right answer of this problem. So you can see it's a very simple approach that you can solve this problem in a simple manner. Another way, there is one more way you can solve this problem. Like, because all things are depending upon the b and a, you can choose as a particular example, like b is equal to 1, a is equal to 1. That means this condition hold, this condition hold. Once b and a are by 1, then what will be my b square minus 4ac? That is b square. So when a and b both are 1, it is a minus 3, which is less than 0. So that means this case, once is a less than 0, it is elliptical. Fine. So this case is my cancel. Again, this a and b both are satisfied. So this case will be cancelled out. This case will be satisfied, but because this is a one particular example, we can't correct this option until we have discarded the rest of the option. Again, when b and a both are 1, this condition satisfied, but we need an elliptical condition. This option is also cancelled, and then remaining option C is my correct answer. Okay, look at this another one. Consider the partial differential equation where p and q are the polynomials with the real coefficients. Which of the following statements are my correct? If you look about the options, none of the option is dependent on p and q. Fine. There is no option. None of the option depends on the p and q. So that means you can choose any value of the p. I can choose p is my 1, Q is my 1. Every constant function is a polynomial and is a real coefficient. So then what will be my A? A is my 1. What is my B? It is e raised to power x square into e raised to power y square, and C will be 1. This is a linear, it has no significance. Then it is elliptical, hyperbolic, parabolic, and so on. What is my B square minus 4AC? B square, if you take the square, it will be twice of x square plus y square minus 4. Fine. Then my target is to find the value of x square plus y square. So assume that first case is elliptical. Then it must be less than of 0. Fine. Or otherwise, I can simply start with is equal to 0. Fine. What will happen? That means e raised to power twice of x square plus y square is equal to 4. Let me write in clear manner. It is my 4. So that means x square plus y square is ln 4 divided by 2. So I consider this number is my r. Fine. Now look at the first option. Whenever x square plus y square is greater than of this r, what does it means? That means when x square plus y square is greater than r and r is positive, then this first option becomes e raised to power 2x is my increasing function. So this is e raised to power 2r minus 4. When r is my positive, e square, you can choose any number r which is greater than 0. So e square is always be greater than of 4. That means it is my, once it's a greater than 0, that means it is my hyperbolic. The first one is elliptical, cancel out. Look at this one. When it is greater than r, it is hyperbolic, correct option. Parabolic only when this will be my 1. Fine. When only this is my 1. Because if it is 1, no. Once it is greater than r, it is not a parabolic. Because for the parabolic, we need as a equality. Whenever it is less than r, it is hyperbolic, cancel, because whenever it is less than r, it means this is my elliptical. So the correct answer is B is my right answer of this problem. Which of the following case is not parabolic? That means once you can obtain b square minus 4 AC is my non-zero. So look at that. In this case, what is the b? B is the coefficient of the del u by del x. So b is my x square minus 4 a is my 0, b is my 0. Look at that first case. A is my 0, b is my x square, c is my 0. So clearly say this number is not always 0 whenever x and y belongs to the r. I can choose x is 1. So that means a non-zero is a parabolic. Look at this one. This is my b, this is c, this is a. So that's a 2xy b square minus 4ac, which is 0 always for all x and y. That means it's a parabolic, but we need a not parabolic. Again this case, 2xy square minus 4x square y square, which is always 0. So that means it is a parabolic, but we need a not parabolic. This is my c, this is my b, this is my a. So again you can see 4x square y square minus 4x square y square, which is 0. So that means it is also the parabolic. So the correct option of this example is A is my right answer. You can see that it's a very simple approach. I have solved all these problems. Kindly like, share and comment on my video. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Now you can see it's a December 2023 and the same approach I will explain for this example as well. अगर आप ध्यान से देखो बच्चों, पहले एग्जाम्पल से लेके दिस इज माई आई थिंक 40th एग्जाम्पल और सभी में एक ही अप्रोच से सॉल्व कर रहा हूँ. So let's see. This is my A, this is my B, this is my C. So what is the B square? Minus 2xy minus 4a into C. Fine. So it will be 4x square y square minus minus plus 12x square y square. That means 16x square y square. Now elliptical when y is greater than 0. When y is positive, so first of all this number is always greater than 0. Greater than or equal to 0. Whenever y is positive, it can never be elliptical. Parabolic, when x and y both are strictly greater than 0. When both are strictly greater than 0, this number is strictly greater than 0, then in that case it is my hyperbolic, but it is not parabolic. When the product is my non-zero, when xy is non-zero, that means this value is my non-zero. Therefore, this quantity is my strictly greater than 0. Once is a strictly greater than 0, it means it's the hyperbolic. Parabolic, if x and y non-zero, that's the wrong answer. C is my right answer of this problem. And you can see in your examination how many seconds you are needed. Maximum 15 seconds you are needed to solve this partial differential equation. Look at this another one. Again you are talking about the parabolic. So this is my A, this is my C, B is my 0. I can start with the B square minus 4AC. 0 minus 4y cube minus plus x square minus 1. That means 4y cube x square minus 1. Look at the option. When y is less than 0, choose any number, say minus 1. So this number will be negative. Fine. X mod of x is greater than 1. You can choose any number. Either you can choose minus of 2 or you can choose plus of 3. This number is always positive. This number is always negative. So the product will be less than 0. That means elliptical. But he said hyperbolic. When y is my greater than 0, strictly greater than 0, this number, because we need a parabolic, that means we need a equality. This number can never be 0. X is my greater than 1, this number can never be 0. So that means product can never be 0. So this is not a parabolic. When y is my positive, this number is my positive. Fine. Mod of x is greater than 0, this number is my positive. Product is my positive, that means hyperbolic. Hyperbolic for all the pair, that's wrong, because if I choose the one pair which y is my 0, so clearly say this number will be my 0, in that case it is my parabolic. Moreover, if I choose x is my 1, y can be any pair, then again it is my parabolic. So there is hyperbolic not possible for all the cases. The right answer is C is my right answer of the problem. Look at this another one. The variable which reduce this to the canonical form. The canonical form means you have to find the auxiliary equation firstly, or you have to find the characteristics equation. What is the A? Coefficient of this is my 1, B is my 0, C is my minus x square. So the value of the M is plus minus x. So my equation will be dy over dx plus m1, and second is minus of x. Fine. I can solve the first part only, second part is the only plus minus sign change. So dy over dx is minus of x into dx. If you solve this, it is y is minus x square over 2 plus constant, or I can say y plus x square over 2 is my constant. So similarly for this case, it is y minus x square by 2 is my constant. You can see it's a y plus x square, but I need a y plus x square by 2. Y plus x square by 2, y minus x square by 2, y square plus half is not a y square, only y. So the right answer of the problem is B is my correct answer. Okay, look at this one. Which of the following is the parabolic hyperbolic of this? A is my 1, this is my B, this is my C. Again, start with the B square minus 4AC. X plus y square minus 4 times x square plus y square. Fine. If I open this bracket, it is 2xy minus 3x square minus 3y square. Then it is elliptical for all x, all y. Is it possible? For all x, it is not possible, because if I choose x is 0, y is 0, because he said for all x. If you choose x and y both are 0, this value will be 0, that means it's a parabola, but he said elliptical. When y is positive, x can be anything. When x can be anything, can it be always be 0? No, because if you choose x is 0, y is equal to 1, then this is 0, this is 0, this is minus 3, which is not equal to 0. That means it is not parabola. Now the product will be greater than 0, product will be less than 0. Now I can try to express the things in terms of product. How you can do? Can you write this expression? I can write this expression as x plus y whole square minus of 2xy. Fine. I can substitute this value in this expression. So this number will be minus 4, that's a minus of 3 x plus y whole square minus minus plus 8xy. Now x and y both are greater than 0. What does it mean? That means either both are my positive or both are my negative. Fine. So I can think about this expression or I can this expression. This is a similar one. Both are my similar thing. Now when firstly I can think about this quantity. Look at that. When xy is my negative, this value is my negative. So this number is my negative. This number is x plus y whole square is always positive. So because of this negative, it is always negative. So the whole quantity will be my less than 0 when xy is my negative. So that means this value will be my elliptical. So but he said parabolic. That's not possible. So the only left option is C is my right answer of this problem. When xy is strictly less than 0, so this will, when xy is strictly less than 0, I can choose xy is my minus 1. Fine. So that means if I choose x is equal to 1 and y is equal to minus 1, if you substitute this value, it will be my minus of 8, which is not 0. Right answer of this problem is C. That's the only right answer, which is left behind in this case is the correct answer of this problem. Look at this another one. It's a gate examination. Your target is to find the characteristics curve. Fine. So I can start with this am square plus bm plus c is equal to 0. What is the a? Coefficient of the uxx. What is the b? Coefficient of the xy. 2x square m. Coefficient of the uyy is a c is my 0. Now can you solve them? X will be common, m will be common. M plus 2x. Fine. So since x can never be 0, so what is the value of the m? Either m is 0 or m is minus 2x. So my characteristics equation is plus m1 is 0 and second is dy over dx plus m2 is my 0. From this case, I can easily say y is equal to constant is my first solution. From this case, I can integrate them. Y minus x square is equal to constant is my second solution. This is my C2, this is my C1. So one solution is my U, second is my V. So there's a Y. In this case, you can see there is no constant Y appears. This is a Y appears both sides. The second solution is Y minus x square, or I can write this solution also x square minus Y is my another constant. So A is my right answer, B is not the correct answer. You can see that a very simple approach start from the first question to the last, second last and many more questions. Same approach I have explained in this one. Kindly share my videos, like and comment on this video to support my efforts. Look at that again, the partial parabolic hyperbolic of this. This is my B, this is my C, this is my A. So again, let's start with the B square minus 4AC. 4 minus 4 times x square plus y square minus 1 whole square. I can take 4 as a common. 1 minus x square plus y square minus 1 whole square. I can apply the formula of the a square minus b square, which is a minus b, a plus b. So which is 4. If I choose a plus b, 1 will be cancelled out. If I choose a minus b, then it's a twice of x square minus y square. Now look at the option. X square plus y square is greater than 2. I can choose any number. X square plus y square is greater than 2. Let's say 3. Then this number will be 3. This number will be by minus 1. It is 4. That is minus 12. Less than 0. That is elliptical. But he said parabolic. First option cancel. X square plus y square greater than 2. I choose as a 3. But it is elliptical. It is not hyperbolic. When x square plus y square lies between 0 and 2, I can choose any number. Say x square plus y square is 1, which satisfied this condition. So what is this expression? 4 times 1, 2 minus 1, which is 4. Greater than 0, hyperbolic. But he said elliptical. Cancel, only right option is this option, which is left behind, is the correct answer of this problem. I hope you can enjoy this session as well as on the previous videos. Look at this one again, is a GATE 2021. This is my A, B is my 4, C is my x square plus 4y square. Make sure there is no role of the right hand side whenever you are talking about the classification. So then first one is b square minus 4ac. So b square is my 16 minus 4 x square plus 4y square. Fine. Now the partial differential equation is parabolic on the ellipse. So it's a parabolic. Parabolic means b square minus 4ac will be my 0. Fine. So can you solve them? I can divide by 4. It is x square plus 4y square. So that means x square by 4 plus y square is equal to 1. So I start with the parabolic and reach at this. Yes, it's a correct statement. So P is my correct statement. So P is false. Both are false. Cancel out. The PD is hyperbolic. Now once is a hyperbolic, that means this condition will be my strictly greater than 0. That means this number is strictly greater than 0. And that means this number is my strictly less than 1. Fine. So that means x square by 4 plus y square is strictly less than 1. But he said equal inside the ellipse. Yes. What is the meaning of this? It's an ellipse and it's a strictly less than 1. That means it's an inside portion. So once is an inside portion, it's the inside portion, and he said inside the ellipse. Yes, this is also the correct option. Both A and B are my correct answer of this problem. If instead of the inside he said on the ellipse, then it is a wrong answer because we get a strictly less than 1. Fine. So that's why the right answer is A is my correct answer of this problem. You can see that. You can watch my playlist of the CSR UGC Net. I'm sure that once you watch all these my videos, I have already uploaded 250 plus videos on the various shortcut tricks on the each topic. Once you watch all these videos, then you will be able to crack the examination 100%. I hope you can enjoy this session too. You can like, share and comment on this video. Best of luck students. Happy learning.